Fortnite is one of the games ever where you can play many different types of games, like tycoon games, horror games, hide and seek, and of course, roleplay. However, by far its most popular game is its own game, Battle Royale, a game where you are dropped on an island and the last person standing wins. However, over the time, it's made many changes both to the maps and how you start, including giving you a crappy pistol to start your games with so you can immediately ditch it for a better one. The Where We Droppin Pistol automatically drops with you. In zero build matches, you spawn into the match already holding it, which would be a good thing, but the problem is that this pistol kind of sucks ass. Between its poor damage output and the fact it's outclassed by everything, and the fact that all players also start with a bottle of small shield potion, means that no sensible and sane person would keep this pistol during the game. However, I am not a sane person, I am a sensible person. I am a person who enjoys a challenge, and so I wondered if I could get a Victory Royale using only this pistol. I did decide to practice before starting to record because I wanted to see how far I would get, and the best I got before recording was 2nd to 5th place, so not too bad. So before I jump in, I should tell you my rules so that no one accuses me of cheating. 1. I can only use the pistol as my weapon, so healing and support items are still on the table. But other items like the EMP grenade are not allowed because they still do a form of damage. 2. I will allow the use of sprites since I believe it would count as a support item similar to shield bubbles and shockwave grenades. 3. Don't rage quit, I guess? Little did past me know, but I ended up not even needing to think about this rule. Now finally, let's get started. So the first game starts, and how did I fall? What the fuck? Anyway, you may notice I'm opening chests despite my rule that I can only use a pistol. This is simply because I'm checking them for medkits and ammo. I'm not breaking my rules here. I'm not breaking them in like 5 seconds in. I continue through the map trying to avoid other players because if I want to win, I need to preserve my ammo, heals, and let these players wear each other down so I can easily pick them off. This isn't to say that I can't 1v1 another player. After all, look at me take this player down. Oh yeah. I pick some more items up and get full shield and health despite this glitchy bar. More traversing through the island and I find some 7 power sliders. These will definitely be helpful considering I could use the mobility when getting away from other players, 2 skills for me or even just to quickly third party. Anyway, I beat a Chahayan because I had the high ground and we're down to less than 50 players remaining. I keep going and this is the perfect example of how bad this pistol is. I am trying to aim at this guy in the bushes, and I can't even hit them, and when I do, it's like 13 damage. This is going to be a fun one. But what saves me here is that I was actually third partying and quickly picked off the guy who beat my first target. That was a close one, so I need to be more careful in the future. I pick up a fire sprite just for the extra damage on the pistol and keep going. I don't know if this is like a big difference, but I'll take what I can get. Jax! I pursue the deviant behind a rock and then to the high ground where I then decide to cut my losses and get out of there before I probably die, because my health bar definitely looks like it has 52 health left and I am not dying like this to this. After all, the bunny still has a movie to show up in, so I shouldn't kill him. After retreating in the storm and fully recovering my health and shields, I finally catch a small break and proceed to kind of just chill and wait the storm out. And here I am, 5 players left. Continuing through the map, I hide underground in this collider place to get better heals and equipment, and I think I got this, chat. I think I might actually win this. I got third-partied, are you serious? After having a chat with Mr. Dent about how I lived long enough to see myself become the villain and shortly died after, I move on to my next recorded attempt. Next attempt, and after moving between pylons, I come across this. The bush. Little did I know at the time, but this bush would end up carrying me through this entire game. Side note, does anyone actually know that these things are called pylons? I go back to my usual spots, mainly the collider, and search all the chests and ammo boxes there. And at first I thought this game would be over really quickly because less than 5 minutes in we are already under 50 players. This isn't looking good, chat. I kind of end up grifting around places just to move in from the storm. I get a fire sprite again, and while this is going on I should probably mention, whenever I was practicing for this challenge I would usually do much better if I had a sleep sprite since it helped me hide from other players and the invisibility was just better than whatever damage output I was getting from the fire sprite. After that was more traveling and traveling. I guess while this is happening, I'll ask you lovely people to please subscribe. While my content is getting more psychology and philosophy focused, I do like to make videos about games or about a movie every now and then, so please stick around for that. Also, I guess, while the traveling is continuing, I began watching JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I personally really like it, and I have something to catch up on when Episode 2 of Steel Ball Run releases. Back to the game, and with 6 players left, I decide to deploy the legendary Bush. I'm able to stay inside the circle for a while and avoid players who I guess just don't notice the bush changing places. But who am I to judge? After all, these aren't Pokemon fans, because if they were, they would catch me in an instant and then complain about the trees again on the Musk site. There is a point where I get stuck in the storm because my crouching is so slow and I end up going through both my medkits, mostly because there was a player right in front of me and I didn't want to risk anything. But after debate, I decided to just run, and I still wasn't noticed, which I thought was nothing but a miracle. Or just bots. Eventually, I just book it again and decide to rush them. I failed to kill them, but luckily they didn't see me, so I hide behind a hill. Still wearing the Bush of Legends, by the way. I heal up and wait to see the other 2 players left. I keep waiting until I see what I want, the 2 players fighting. This is important since now I can third party. This is my chance. If I don't get in third party right now in time, it's Jover. One is killed and I'm out of range for the other. I keep shooting and need to knock him before he heals and completely destroys me. Holy crap, how did I do that? I didn't think I would get a Victory Royale on my second recorded attempt, but here we are. How did I hit him? How? That is purely lucky. Thanks for watching. If you liked my video, please subscribe, and until next time,